David Stillman.
David Stillman.
David Stillman.
David Stillman, thanks for joining us.
David is the co-author, the bestseller of When Generations Collide.
45% of the U.S. workforce is going to be eligible to retire in the next 3 years.
He's appeared on CNN, CNBC, Today Show.
What happens is the younger generations roll their eyes and they tune out.
Contributed to Time, Entrepreneur, New York Times, USA Today.
You could understand that we're just different.
Recently named prestigious list of 40 under 40.
How are you dealing with boomer burnout around here?
Give a big welcome for David Stillman.
You might be thinking, we've heard about the generations, but I'll challenge you. Are you up to date with the most recent issues? Gen X managers. Gen Xers are very independent and very entrepreneurial. We're the generation that came home to that empty house. We were the latchkey kids. We made our own meals, planned our own schedules, kind of fended for ourselves. So when we got to work, the model that Xers wanted was, you tell me what you want me to do, you tell me when you want it, you tell me how you want it, then I'm going to go away, hopefully you're going to go away, and I'm going to get the job done. And that worked great for Xers. But now Xers have made it into the ranks of management. And in walks that millennial who's like, okay, 8 a.m., let's have a meeting. We'll check in again at 10. We'll start a new task force. We'll do it again at 2 o'clock, and then I'll call you at home tonight. And these Xers are like, whoa, it's a big kumbaya chat room around here. We've got boomers and traditionalists walking out the door with loads of knowledge. We've got Generation Xers telling us that they are stalled behind 80 million boomers trying to climb up this ladder. We've got a whole new generation of millennials walking through the door, and if we treat them like the generations that have gone before them, we're going to make huge mistakes. We learn all these new things. They want to bring their dog to work. They don't want to come till 9 o'clock. They want to work from home on Friday mornings. And all these new ways. We're like, whoo! So we kind of try to figure out what's it going to take to get them on board and in and change some policies and procedures, and we get them on board. But all that energy that we spend over here trying to figure out what it's going to take to pull in the millennials, all that time, what's happening over here is traditionalists, and now boomers are walking out the door with so much knowledge that by the time we realize that's gone, it's too late. I'm a bit of a research nerd, and I love to get to know a company. One of my favorite things that I get to do is learn about a new industry, learn about a new company, learn about the audience I'm speaking to, and then design a speech that's going to hit a home run for them. Now, everyone who's talking about the millennials, they're so quick to stereotype. They're entitled, they're spoiled. Okay, you know what? Why are we starting with all these negative stereotypes? I gotta be honest, I think this generation is gonna rock. And that's why we wrote The M Factor.
I hadn't heard the term millennials. Tell me about these individuals and their entrance into the workplace, because they're rapidly joining the workforce. How is that going to create a culture clash?
Well, these are the children of the baby boomers, large generation, 76 million with the rate of immigration will probably even surpass the boomers in size, but very different. Unique events and conditions that shape them. And one thing we're finding is they're entering the workforce and they really want jobs that have meaning. They're growing up in a much scarier world. They have parents who are burnt out telling them, make sure you do something that's important to you. So the pressures really are on corporate America to explain how these entry-level jobs make a difference in the world.
I think I bring a very unique perspective to the table. Generation X is very misunderstood, the smaller, mysterious generation, but I sit right in between 80 million baby boomers and 80 million millennials, and that perspective is pretty powerful. Now people will say, can you quantify this? Just how skeptical are Generation Xers? I want to show you one study, what they found. Xers believe they have a greater chance of seeing a UFO in their lifetime than a Social Security check. The last thing you want to say to a Generation Xer is, oh, we tried that 8 years ago and it didn't work. I mean, so often we hear these stories of Xers walking into a boomer's office and there's piles here on the desk, holding the door open, holding their monitor up. There's piles everywhere. And an Xer will say, oh, you know, can I help you with some of that? You need some help? Want to offload some of that work? And what does the boomer say? No, why? Did someone say I'm not on top of it? I'm fine. Are people talking about me? No, I'm fine. And what do the Xers do? Okay. And people love to laugh about, oh my God, look how this generation's unique and different. But it's not so funny when they start seeing how this is hurting recruitment, retention, morale, day-to-day communication. Then it's not so funny. In a national survey we did, 65% of respondents said generational gaps are making it difficult to get the job done. Boomers, what's going to get you to stick around? And what they tell us? I'll stick around if I can make an impact. Everyone loves to talk about this topic, but it's not enough for us just to talk about it. We got to know, what do we do about it? And my favorite thing is to learn an industry and get in there and say, let's fix this because it's doable.